age requirement for secondary school students for university admission. Muslim faithful urged to give selflessly to the less privileged. Plus, latest in the world of sport. Good evening. Welcome to Patriotic Commitment as over 5,000 fresh corps members took their oath of allegiance at the Lagos State NYSC orientation camp in Apaja. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, represented at the event, charged the Batch B Stream 1 corps members to uphold the noble legacy of service and strive to leave lasting footprint of impact during their National Assembly. Details shall be brought to you in our subsequent bulletin. The Federal Information Chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Lagos State Council, has commenced its 2025 Press Week with a renewed call for ethical journalism, press freedom, and preservation of democratic values on the theme, Holding Power to Account, Journalism as a Pillar of Democracy. The report. They are described as the fourth estate of the realm in upholding accountability and transparency in governance. According to the chairperson of the chapel, Chitabe Adekunle Oluwakemi, democracy does not thrive in silence, reiterating that the pen and voice of a pressman are tools to drive change. Hence, there is a need for journalists to be courageous and serve as a mirror of society. Professor Tayo Pokuola stressed the contemporary threat facing the press, including arrests, intimidation, and economic pressures resulting from ownership interest. He, however, called for synergy between NUJ and media proprietors to safeguard press freedom and ensure. He also added that modern journalism demands more than traditional tools, urging journalists to be retrained and equipped with advanced methods and technologies for effective reporting. The theme for the 2025 Press Week conference is Holding Power to Account, Journalism as a Pillar of Democracy. In Lagos. Two education matters. The recent decision to lower Nigerians' university age from 18 to 16 has sparked conversation among citizens. While some see it as a step forward for academic advancement, others are questioning whether the younger students are truly ready for life on campus. Now let's join Aishat Aburazak for more details.
In a country where education is often seen as the key to a brighter future, any change to the system doesn't go unnoticed. One of such changes is the recent decision to lower the minimum age for university admission in Nigeria from 18 to 16. For some people, it's a welcome development that see it as an opportunity for gifted students to move ahead without delay.
Children tend to finish early nowadays, finish secondary school early nowadays. So I believe it's okay for them to go into university to gain experience, to gain life experience as well. I'm able to live on time, to be able to gain field work experience and go into the labor market on time. There's a saying that says that time waits for no man. A child sitting back at home doing nothing for 2 years can eventually begin so many things due to peer pressure. So why not just allow them to go to school and start their life? Mix with people, gain knowledge, acquire knowledge. Like as they are leaving secondary school, their brain is still fresh. They still have knowledge of those things that they have learned in school. So they come to school and then they continue learning. So they further their education.
But for others, it raises concerns about the emotional and mental readiness of younger students to handle the realities of university life.
Maturity age for Nigerians is 18 years. And when the children attain that age, it gives them that grace to know evil from bad. So, and it will not allow those bad influences in school to influence them.
I cannot allow my 15-year-old to go to university. We have to wait. By 18, you should be able to stand on your own. By 18, you should be able to do whatever you want to do, you understand? By 18, I should be able to drive. A child should be able to drive.
Beyond the public reaction, and education experts also weighed in on the conversation.
Now that students are joining cultism in school, so they don't even know, they don't value life. So it's better when you're advanced, or you can join school. On the other hand, for the juniors, why would you stop them? These are intelligent. You can allow them to enter school at any age. But I love the fact that they are controlling it from primary school level. So from 12 years, you enter JSS1. It's better. Them that are boarders. 9 years, what will 9 years be doing in boarding school? But it's JSS1. They don't even know their left from their right. Some of them pull on themselves, the wheel on themselves. So when from 12 years, they are mature to copy notes, to move from one department to one class to another class, and they are ready for school. University, I still support from 16 years. If your child is 15 years, enroll your child in skill acquisition. Pay your child for university.
As Nigeria works towards improving its education system and staying competitive globally, many guardians hope that the best interest of every child remains at the heart of every policy decision. In Lagos, Aisha Abdul.
Meanwhile, in recent years, a growing trend of early enrollment into primary schools has emerged in Nigeria, with children starting their formal education before the standard age of 6. This shift, driven by various social, economic, and parental factors, has sparked debate about its impact on children's development. Jesus Tom Moses in this report captures the expert views on this trend. The report.
Historically, primary school enrollment began at age 6 to align with cognitive, social, and physical developmental milestones. At this age, children are generally ready for the structured environment of formal education, as they possess the necessary skills to engage with the curriculum and interact with peers. This age standard was supported by educational theories and practices globally, ensuring a consistent and effective learning experience.
Psychologically, a child should be ready. There are 3 domains of learning: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. A child who is not psychologically ready cannot learn. Effective teaching and learning takes place when the child has these three domains, well stabilized.
However, the late 1980s saw a shift towards early enrollment fueled by parental ambition and economic pressures. Many parents believe that an early start gives their children a competitive edge, while dual-income households find it convenient to enroll children in school earlier. Additionally, the proliferation of private schools offering advanced curricula for younger children has contributed to this trend, appealing to parents eager to see their children excel.
Some of during these days now, we have some working parents, to the extent that they will likely want to get rid of their works by all means, so that as quickly as possible. Somebody came here for admission, and after meeting all the criteria, by the time they are checking through the age, they discovered that the child was underage. The parent in question eventually went ahead to go and do a declaration of age for that particular child.
The government created a gap, they call it kindergarten, for a child that's not up to 6 years old to enter primary 1. So the child will now do for 1 year in kindergarten class before he will move to primary 1. But we still find that some parents will job this primary 1. The parent is rushing so that they can give their children the education they want to give them before they will be out of job. The age to get a job is now coming down gradually. So you will see that the bank will want to employ a young child of 22 years. So that is why the parents are now changing the trend now that no, my child must graduate before 22 years.
Despite the perceived benefits, experts warn that early enrollment can pose challenges as younger children may lack the cognitive and emotional readiness for formal schooling. Maintaining the age 6 standards historically allowed educators to design age-appropriate curricula and provide targeted support, ensuring a balanced and effective educational experience. As Nigeria navigates these challenges, it is crucial to consider the long-term impacts on children and academic social development.
You are live on Lagos Channel 10. Now let's take a short break. After the timeout, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
Chief, what are you doing?
I am trying to recharge this my prepaid. It's giving me problem for some time now. I don't have light.
Eh? Chief, why are you still suffering yourself? Why not try solar? Eh?
That one, the one they put for me last time, give me so many problems. It did not work and they just wasted my money.
Chief, go for Bifrost and Zantres American tubular battery. Original, with sun approval. They also have Super Zantres inverters, Zantres solar battery, Zantres panel, MPPT controllers, Toba, solar fridge, solar street light, marketed by Easy Blessed Nigeria Limited. Visit them at S10 and 11 Easy Blessed Plaza by Alaba Rago Junction in Alaba International Market, Lagos. Bifrost and Zantres America available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Ring them on 0803 6830 557 or 0803 9644 115. Bifrost and Zantres America. Solar, power solar.
At Sono Plastics, customers' needs are our priority. We give you all the attention you need. With us, our customers are king. Located at Kilometer 40, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, Ijoko, Ogun State. Sono Plastics Limited. We're just a phone call away. Contact us through 080-2783-5332. You can reach us through any of our lines and social media handles. Sono Plastics Limited. Come, let us treat you like a king.
You are welcome back. And today, Muslims have been urged to consistently seek Allah's mercy by giving selflessly and privately to the less privileged and remain devoted to the core values and teachings of Islam. This was the main message of Imam. Now let's join Ayotomiwa Obidei for more details.
The Imam says charitable acts, especially one carried out to support the less privileged in Islam, is highly rewarding as it is one of the ways to seek and gain the mercies of Allah. He called on Muslims to ensure they cultivate the habit of giving, adding that they should not publicize charity done so that they get the blessings of Allah in manifold. The Imam also encouraged the faithful to always pray for their loved ones, especially when they are not present. This, he said, will attract rewards from their creator.
Following an agreement between Germany and the US, the 2 additional Patriot air defense systems will soon be delivered to Ukraine to help counter intensified Russian airstrikes, while new systems are fast-tracked to Germany. Again, let's join Ayotomiwa Obidei for more details.
Is set to deliver 2 more Patriot air defense systems to Ukraine after reaching a deal with the United States this Friday, which will fast-track new Patriot systems to Berlin in return. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius said the Bundeswehr will send additional launchers in the coming days, followed by system components in 2 to 3 months. The move comes as Ukraine faces intensified Russian airstrikes, increasing its need for air defense. Germany, which has already sent 3 Patriot systems to Ukraine, said the new deliveries will not affect its commitment to NATO. Moving on, Syria has formed a 7-member committee to investigate deadly clashes in the Druze majority province of Sueda, where fighting between Druze factions and Sunni tribal fighters killed hundreds last month. The violence, which worsened despite government intervention and Israeli airstrikes, ended after a U.S. brokered truce.
The committee will examine reports of attacks on civilians and refer those responsible to the judiciary within 3 months. This is the second major sectarian conflict since the fall of Bashar al-Assad, following similar violence in March that left hundreds of Alawite civilians dead.
Basketball team, the D Tigers, are through to the semi-finals of the ongoing Women's Afro Basket Championship taking place in Côte d'Ivoire after an impressive 83-47 victory over their Cameroonian counterparts. The D Tigers dominated from start to finish to storm into the semi-finals of the 2025 Women's Afro Basket Championship in Côte d'Ivoire. Their next match is a semi-final clash with Senegal. Meanwhile, still talking basketball, the Federation of International Basketball Association (FIBA) has confirmed that Nigeria and the 3 other semi-finalists from the ongoing Afro-Basket Women's Championship have secured a spot for the 2026 FIBA World Cup qualifying tournament in March next year. This implies that Nigeria, Senegal, Mali and South Sudan will take part in the FIBA Women's Basketball qualifying tournament to qualify for the FIBA Women's World Cup proper. The 4 teams will join 20 other national sides at the 4 World Cup qualifying tournaments, which will feature 6 teams each to determine the final 16 that will compete at the FIBA Women's World Cup in Germany next year. To American football, Nigeria is set to represent Africa at the upcoming International Federation of American Football in Düsseldorf, Germany. The Nigerian American Football Association has described the invitation to feature at the tournament as historic and a turning point in the development of the sports in the country. The country's flag will be flown by both the men and women's national teams at the IFA Flag Football Championship, scheduled for August 13th to 16th, 2026 in Germany. In other news, as part of activities to celebrate the 2025 Police Officers' Wives Association Convention tagged Unlocking Power Potentials and Transformational Leadership, the participants from various parts of the country took part in some fitness exercise and aerobics to ensure a healthy living, as the importance of sports was emphasized.